Dallas, and Dallas made a lot of bonehead decisions this season, trading Luka Doncic, who's been balling for the Los Angeles Lakers. And now most notably,
you can see now that they made bonehead decisions, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, go ahead. I just be wanting to set the record
you
straight.
You don't trade somebody 26 years old for somebody 33 years old.
But I just was telling you this, Toffee. When they first did it, you was telling me that this is kind of like an even trade, and Anthony Davis got.
No. I mean, we got to go back and do the homework. I don't think I said that. I mean, I think I said that right now. I thought
it's funny how you're adamant on this side of the fence now, Toffee.
The defensive aspect, I thought it was winning in the defensive aspect.
Because you was telling me how great of a defensive player Anthony Davis is, and he's a superstar.
And the reason why I was saying
because I was saying that the Lakers absolutely won this trade.
The reason why I was saying that it would have probably been a good trade,
right,
in the favor of the Dallas Mavericks, because they would still have all the pieces in place: Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, and all the other pieces to go along with AD. Well, I was saying they kind of won the trade.
Right.
Now, I didn't say that AD is better than Luka. I said
no, you never said that.
But now, with all these injuries and everything that's going on, and the team falling apart, now
it's looking kind of
like they lost the trade.
Yes.
Yeah, but now to get back into the breaking news, you got a lot of people it's been saying that AD is not even going to return. They now dropped down out of the play-in tournament. They're at the bottom of the league now after all these injuries. Kyrie Irving going down, AD going down. AD playing one game.
One game since he's been acquired from the Lakers.
One game, and now he's been
shut down for the season.
That he's probably going to be shut down for the season because there's nothing for you to come back and play for. A
butterfly land on him and he in the emergency room. We got to get that patent. A butterfly lands on Anthony Davis. He is in the emergency room. Yeah, what do you got to say now? Because I remember when I was saying this about him before, you was telling me, which you was right though, Toffee. You was telling me about his prior achievements in the NBA, what he can contribute to a team, what he has contributed to a team. But now, in this day and age, and what you're seeing now, what you're seeing this year from him, being traded from the Lakers, the production he was just giving them, then being underneath the team he is with now, and the one game that he played, and then what? It's just that was bad. That was bad. That was a bad trade, man.
But I mean, now
for the Dallas Mavericks, that was a year-setting bad trade, Toffee.
I mean, that's a franchise-altering decision that's going to change
for years to come, Toffee.
You're never going to get a player like Luka Doncic ever again. You never. That's like you don't hit the lottery twice, man.
You don't, man. He's a generational talent.
And you see how he's playing with LA?
Out his mind.
He had like 21 points in the first quarter yesterday.
Out his mind. And he's over. Not only is he playing like this, he's over there with arguably the best basketball player that ever played the NBA sport.
But just want to get back a little bit to AD, right? Now you think about AD, right? His mind state. He just bought a house in LA.
Right.
Moved to Dallas, hurt, hasn't played. Now he's on a team that's going to possibly be in a rebuilding phase. Kyrie Irving is going to be out for possibly sometime next season. He's done for this season. Do you try and come back?
What? Come back what?
And play
next season?
No, this year.
No, it's done with. You just said it's 12 games to the playoffs.
Yeah.
10 to 12 games until playoff contention starts. This is over with. Do you try? What you mean? Him sit out 2, 3 games, 5 games, and come back? Come back for what, Toffee?
No, I'm saying, do you say, look, I'm gonna come back and play? Try to get some, see if we can try to make a push and win 8 of these.
And he's already injury prone, and we're shutting him down.
I mean, what does he have to lose though?
We're shutting him down, Toffee.
I'm saying, what does he have to lose?
What do we got to gain?
I'm saying.
What do we got to gain? You asked me what do we got to lose. I mean, what do they have to lose? I asked you what do they have to lose. Oh, no,
they right there. They just one game out of the play-in tournament. So they right there, one game. So they're 11th in the Western Conference at 33 and 37.
Okay, all right.
So you come back, you can probably make some hay and get into the playoffs. You never know what happens once you get in the playoffs.
Now that you put this objective out here for me to ponder on, now I have should they shut him down? If it's something that's real detrimental to him, like he had something going on with an injury that was so lingering, okay, shut him down. You're not going to get a good from him.
In my opinion, if you can play, then play. If you can play, then play. We're not paying you to sit on the bench.
Look, you're right. You're absolutely right. He's getting paid millions of dollars. But if this man is injury prone, Toffee. If he's not 100%, then what?
But what I'm saying, if you can play, then play. If he's 100%, play. I'm saying if he's 100% to play.
I agree.
Don't sit up here and collect the check. Nobody, ain't no free checks out here. Nobody, you can't go nowhere and get a free check. You know what I'm saying? So if you can play, go ahead and play. Go out there, do your 25 points a game, be dominant, block some shots, and we'll see what happens if we can get in the playoffs. But as far as you sitting down and not playing, I don't see them allowing him to do that. I don't see it. It's not like the season is lost because you're right there. You're tied for the 10th spot to make it, to make it to the play-in tournament. We'll see what happens. AD is a dominant player,
right?
But you don't just sit down. So in my opinion, I would say play him. Anything else you want to add in regards to this?
No. Other than that, man, AD. All I say is, I've been like this from the beginning, man. With this trade with AD and Luka, the Dallas Mavericks lost with this trade in acquiring Anthony Davis. His heydays is behind him, man. His heydays behind him. Like I said, a butterfly lands on him. He's in the emergency room. And better luck next year. I would like to see which way this goes. I'm going to be very interested watching the start of the Dallas Mavericks training camp of next year.
We just spoke about AD and his injuries and him possibly coming back. But on the flip side, you got the Los Angeles Lakers, who are part of that trade in acquiring Luka Doncic. And the Lakers have been very dominant. They've lost a few games, but over in the Western Conference, they have been, at the top of the heap. Right now, sitting at third in the Western Conference, right behind the Houston Rockets. They have Luka Doncic, LeBron James, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, a lot of role players. Vando, all these good players. In my opinion, the only team they really got to worry about is number 1 seed, Oklahoma City Thunder. I think that the Los Angeles Lakers, with these pieces that they have, they will be very, very hard to beat with LeBron James, and they will possibly be in the Western Conference Finals. I think that they can beat all these other teams. I just think that OKC just has the MVP. They're very young. They're well coached. They only have 12 losses this season. So with that being said, I think that the Oklahoma City Thunder will be the only team to kind of stand in the way of the Lakers. You put Luka Doncic, you never know what happened in a 7-game series. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you got LeBron. You just call him Father Time. What's your thoughts on the Lakers and their play?
I'm not surprised. Are you surprised, Sophie? Especially when you see the trade of Luka going over there. They're acquiring Luka with LeBron James. Are you really sitting back here like, wow? Are you really like that?
I mean, in a way, people always No, I'm not saying I'm surprised. Okay. Because what I'm saying is,
because you watch the sport of basketball, you love it.
Yeah, but a lot of times, what you get when you get a player like Luka Doncic, you get people saying, "Is it going to work? I got to give them time to fill it out." But it seems like right now they clicking on all cylinders.
Right.
LeBron's been out. You have Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic, who's been playing extremely well. Both of them, everybody can handle the ball. They got shooters. They got defenders. They got, Hayes down there changing shots. They're going to be very, very hard to beat. I don't know. I don't care who they play in the Western Conference playoffs. They're going to be hard to beat, and possibly I believe they can make a run for the championship. I mean, they're right there in the heap of things. You
don't think that's jumping out on the limb?
Nah, man.
That's a bold statement right there, Tofi. You said. Remember now. You said they could possibly make a run at the championship.
Yes. You have Luka Doncic went to the championship last year. He didn't have this team he got with the Lakers. You been telling me the team last year they had with Dallas Mavericks is better than the team they got with the Lakers? I don't think so.
I wouldn't agree with that. I wouldn't say that.
Exactly. So now you put them on a team with LeBron James, Austin Reeves, all these young. They got young players. Rui, they can match up with anybody and play. They can play fast tempo. They can slow it down, half court. They can do it all. So I don't know if they are afraid of anybody. I don't know if anybody can beat this Lakers team. LeBron is right now resting, getting healthy, but right now, man, I think the only team that they have to worry about is OKC. I don't think anybody else can beat the Lakers. So I would want to see what happens going forward, but they're right there sitting at
so
third.
You're saying the Lakers is one of the top 3 teams in the West?
Yeah, they're the 3rd seed right now. It's Oklahoma City, Houston Rockets, and the Los Angeles Lakers. So it's going to kind of flip-flop back and forth all season.
There's only 13 games left, though, Feek. This final is here.
between the top 5 teams in the Western Conference, is only a difference of maybe the top between 2 and 5. It's only a difference of 2 games really. Mm-hmm. So it's going to flip-flop back and forth. But the Lakers, in my opinion, are the favorites outside of Oklahoma City. I think Oklahoma City will be the only team they probably will have to worry about. But then you put LeBron James on the team versus some young guys. He's been there multiple times. I think his abilities at his old age. I don't want to use old age, but at his age, he's seen it all.
No, use old. So you're not wrong. That's Father Time. Use old age.
He's
he out there doing it. He
deserves
it all,
done it all, and there's nothing that Oklahoma City Thunder can probably do to slow LeBron James down. I don't think they had anybody that can match it with him. They could probably, but it's gonna be hard to beat LeBron James, man. It's gonna be hard to beat him, man. So not on duty, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, man. It's TBISC, the best in sports entertainment. I look forward to the Lakers making a deep run in the playoffs.
A deep run.
Yeah, not on duty.